How's everybody doing? In today's video, I just wanted to show you guys something kind of cool about the Gibson G-Force tuning system. Now, I know a lot of people hate the self-tuning system, and for me, I could take it or leave it. It has some useful things, so there's things that I do like about it. One of them is this. Whenever it tunes your guitar, it tunes it to you specifically. Now, what I mean by that is the system will adjust the tuning based on the way that you play as an individual. Now, I've noticed this when I was about to hand my guitar to somebody else to play, and as a favor, I tuned it before I hand it to them, and then they take it, strum it, find that it's slightly out of tune, and then they tune it again, and this is 10 seconds later. And what's interesting about that is when I hit the button and strum, the guitar will tune based on the way that the string is vibrating. And typically when I strum, I use a real heavy pick and I just push through really hard. So the strings are probably bowing a little bit, and so the guitar would actually tune itself a little bit flat of perfect, so that when I play it and I'm playing really hard and with a heavy pick, it's in tune. Because then whoever I'm handing it to usually has a lighter pick and a lighter hand, and they will strum it and then it's flat. So then they have to retune it right away. So it's a really interesting point. I'm going to try to demonstrate it here by using two different picks and just kind of strumming differently, but I'll see how well it works because it is going to be me doing it both times. So to start off with, I'm using this pick, which I normally would use. This is a pretty thick pick. It's a 1.4 mil, and it's out of tune. Okay, now I'll hit the button, strum. That's about how hard I normally would strum for tuning, and this is a very heavy pick, and you can hear that now it's in tune. Now switching to this pick, this is much lighter. This is only a 0.8 mil, different material. This pick has a lot more flex. I'm going to strum it more softly just to try to demonstrate. Hopefully it'll tune itself again. Press the button. There you go. So you can see it's not a huge adjustment from one to the next, but it's enough that when I've handed my guitar off, the next person who takes it notices and has to retune. And that of course happens because when you're using a heavier pick or a heavier hand, then when you hit the string, it will actually push it farther so that the path where the string is vibrating is wider, and therefore the string becomes tighter and it kind of bends up and then back down. So I'll try to do it here in an exaggerated way on the low E. You can hear it kind of bends up a little bit right off the bat, and then it smooths out. So there you go. Whether or not you're a fan of the self-tuning guitars, at least there's something cool to note. I know some people, when they tune their guitars, normally they do adjust for something similar. So you might hit your strings harder than usual if you're using a regular tuner, just to make sure that it becomes perfect based on the way that you play. Some people consciously do that. Most people probably don't when they tune, but it's something that just by the nature of it, whenever it senses the frequencies, if you're strumming it hard, it's going to have to adjust based on how hard you're strumming. So it's kind of built into the way it works, and I think it's a cool thing. I hope I did a good job explaining that, and if you like this video, don't forget to share it and subscribe, and I will see you next time.